I am practically coming.
So he's coming up to it, and I'm waiting outside. And if he gets this turn, he comes to me. I'm ready to go. Of course, he fucking misses it. Just goes right past it, even though the navigation tells him where to go.
I am practically coming.
So he finally gets here, and you know, I understand sometimes they can't find the exact location where you tell them to pick you up from. Motherfucker didn't even try. He was like 3 blocks away and then pressed the I'm here button. So then I had 5 minutes to get to him. Right. Otherwise it cancels it or charges me money.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm rushing to get to him. And then I finally get to the car with like 1 minute remaining on this timer. Otherwise my journey gets canceled and I get charged money.
Yeah.
And he's not even in the fucking car. He's like gone somewhere.
I am practically coming.
So I'm
like taking a smoke break or something?
I'm looking around like, where is this guy?
Yeah. I am practically coming.
I'm like, whatever, it's fine. I'll be on time. This is weird. And so I get in the car. And this is when I started to get worried. He kind of just sits in the driver's seat for about 30 seconds. And he goes, oh, where are you going? I was like, what?
Okay.
What do you mean, where am I going? I'm like, it's on the app. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I pull out my phone. I'm like, it's on the app. The one I ordered you on.
Yeah. I am practically coming.
I'm like, show him the phone. I'm like, oh, this navigation. Please use this one.
Right.
And so he grabs my phone, even though he has it on an iPad right here that is much bigger than my phone, and starts frantically zooming in on where I told him to go.
Right. I am practically coming.
And so he's looking at it, frantically zooming in, and he's like, yeah, I don't know where this is. I'm like, well, that's why you listen to the app.
I am practically coming.
And I'm like, I remind him, like, you can just use the app.
Yeah.
Just use the app. Like, it's right. Like, it tells you where to go. And he put the address in, but put it in wrong. Oh, my God. I'm like, no, that's wrong. That's not where I'm going. This is the address. Oh, my God.
I am practically coming.
And so he finally starts the car, and he's put the navigation in. But he's been taking so long to get started in this car that a giant truck has parked in front of us, and there's a car behind us, and this guy's clearly not confident enough to get out of this parallel park situation. So he just kind of sits there for 5 minutes.
Okay.
And I'm getting to the point where I'm like, I'll drive. Fuck it, just get me. I'll get it. Like, I'll do it.
I am practically coming.
And so finally the car behind us moves, and now he has to reverse. And for some reason, this is like a hard task. He can't reverse the car. It's just not happening. And I'm sitting there awkwardly listening to this beep, beep, and we're just not moving. And he's like looking behind, look at the screen, looking behind for about the most awkward 2 minutes of my life.
Right,
and then he goes, restarts the car. I'm like, what is happening?
Did he literally just do a turn it off and on again?
So he restarts the car,
Right.
and then now we reverse. And I'm like, okay, this is weird. So we start driving, and I shoot you not, we're driving for about 30 seconds, and he's fiddling with something on the iPad. So what's he doing? He's looking at this iPad nonstop.
Right.
And suddenly I get a notification on my phone. Your ride has ended.
What?
What?
Did he just give up?
I think he accidentally pressed end ride.
Right.
And now I'm like, what happens now? Because he just started driving.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, and so he starts driving, and I'm trying to figure out what the fuck do I do?
I am practically coming.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like, okay, fuck it. I'm sure he'll get me there, and this won't be a problem.
Yeah.
I should have got the fuck out of the car.
I am practically coming.
Yeah.
And he has to just go straight, right? And of course, he just immediately turns. And I'm like, no, even though the sat-nav is telling him to just go straight, he just ignores it.
I am practically coming.
Right as we're pulling out of my place to go onto a main road, he nearly hits a car. Like straight up, like this car's going really fast, and he's just going into traffic. And I'm like, get me out of this!
I am practically coming. He's like Zoolander. Like, I can only turn I am practically coming.
And it's on his chair on the passenger seat.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's looking at something on the dashboard like this. He's like this.
Oh my God.
And at multiple points, we were like in full-on moving traffic, and he was like this.
I am practically coming. Why is it so quiet? And I'm looking around, and it's still full of people, but it's like really quiet.
Yeah.
Almost to the point where we're the only ones talking. And then in the corner of the bar, I see this sign in Japanese that says, bi-yearly meet and drink meetup for the deaf. And I noticed every single person in this bar, other than us, is talking in sign language.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, that's why it's so quiet. Because literally no one is talking. And everyone is just signing.
That's awesome.
And it's so bad. But like, the first thing in my mind that I thought of was, well, I hope we're not being too loud. I am practically coming. I've had that happen to me so many times. Like the waitress comes up to me and is just like, oh, English okay? And I reply back in Japanese, you know, being like, no, Japanese is fine. I live around here. And then it's just like, oh, okay. Comes back and it's just like, here's the English menu just in case. I'm like, motherfucker, I just talked to you in Japanese. I'm good. I can read it. I am practically coming.
Yeah, some guy goes, I love the other Asian guy in Trash Taste. I was like, which one? I
don't know if you're aware, but there's two of us.
There's two Asian guys. Which one were you referring to?
Are you talking about the full Asian guy or the half Asian guy?
I was like, all right, thanks, man.
I am practically coming.
This crazy thing I found in Japan. It's like it's a really like well-documented tourist thing.
Yeah.
Believe it. It's like, all right.
This is the crazy.
I do believe it.
This is the craziest cafe that I found in Shinji.
And it's like all the same voice. I'm like, I am practically coming.
This is how life in Japan works. And it's like, the vending machines keep the fucking drinks cold. I actually thought I saw that one.
There's like 8 amazing things that make Japan so convenient.
Yeah, just shit like that. I am practically coming. I want to take you guys to my favorite local ramen shop that I think is absolutely delicious.
No, gotta be Ichiran.
It was a fucking Ichiran.
No!
I'm like, bruh, you can get this anywhere. Literally anywhere. I am practically coming.
Yeah.
I am America'd out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I wake up next to Sydney, I'm like, why'd you have to be American Sydney? God fucking damn it. I've had enough of this right now.
I am practically coming.
Obviously.
Of course.
Obviously.
Of course.
But
Yeah,
but
it was like a nice bougie area, and I remember turning to my producer, be like, "Wow, Detroit's not what I thought he was going to be at all. This is like a really nice looking area. This is really bougie." As soon as I finish the sentence, I walk around the corner, and then there's this guy walking up towards us. He sees me, and he goes, "You don't belong here. Get out." And I was just like, is he talking to me? I don't know if he's talking to me. Maybe it's just a crazy guy. Let's just go into the store. So we quickly shuffle into like the store. And as I open the door, I just hear in the corner of my ear, "I'm talking to you, boy. Get out now." And I'm like, I'm just gonna go in and just find solace in the fucking anime store.
That would have been
bro.
so scary.
Yeah.
I am practically coming. Every single tour, there was at least 1 or 2 homeless dudes who'd walk up to us, and I used the Didus technique.
I was gonna say, I understand why Didus has this technique now.
The first one in Minnesota, dude walks up, asking for change or whatever it was. I don't know. He was like slurring his words, and I hit him with the sorry man.
Yeah.
And he was
Sorry,
and he
man.
just like grumbled and was just like, "Ugh, well, at least you're nice about it." And I was like, oh my God, it worked. I am practically coming.
Yeah, because I feel like, okay, in terms of like Americanness, right? There is like an inbred skill in like every American I've met.
Inbred.
Sorry, no.
Inbred skill.
Ingrained. Sorry.
Inbred skill.
An inbred
Ingrained is what I meant to say. I'm sorry, man.
My
too many
wife
of those.
/ sister taught me this
I'm
one.
sorry. We drove through Alabama once, and it just
inbred
changed
skill.
me, man. It changed.
I am practically coming. I remember the first time I visited America and a homeless dude talked to me. I was like, this is where I die.
Yeah.
I'm like, I could see the fucking HP bar at the bottom. Just like, I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to have to fight my way through this situation. I am practically coming.
There was a homeless person who was asking for money. And, a common response was obviously, sorry, don't have any money on me.
Yeah.
I've only got a card. And he was fucking prepared, man. He whips out this like one of this, the square fucking device where it's like the contactless. It was like, don't worry, you can tip me if you want. I'm like, yo, he's fucking hustling, man. Yo,
homeless dudes in the 21st century. Holy shit. I am practically coming.
And, sometimes we have to stop for gas or something in midway from driving to each city. I wake up, I look out the window, and I turn to one of the staff members. I'm like, so when are we getting to the venue? and he points to like this empty parking lot, and he was just like, "This is the venue. We are here now." And I was just like, "What?"
Yeah, it was rough. It was rough. I am practically coming. The truth, the true villain at the end of it all.
The secret villain at the once you defeat Florida, who's the secret boss at the end? It's Ohio, baby.
I am practically coming.
Versions of my own story.
Right.
And then they were like, I heard he broke the whole hotel. And it was like, no. I heard he flooded 4 floors. I'm like, no.
I heard 4 people drown.
So what happened? What actually happened was, not that you guys ever heard an alternative story, is that I not flooded. The room next to me got really fucking wet, and the room below me got really wet. So 3 rooms in total: my room, the room next to me, and the room below me.
That's still a lot.
It's still a lot.
Guys, I didn't flood 4 floors. I didn't flood 3 rooms, guys.
3 rooms,
Get it right.
4 floors is way more dramatic. Come on, that's like the entire foundation is fucked.
I am practically coming.
Bro, I was about to fight. Like, I was about to become Better Call Saul. Be like, Your Honor, the bathtub should have drained. There was a drain and it wasn't working.
It's clearly an engineering flaw.
There's clearly a flaw on the design of this bathtub, and this was an accident waiting to happen. Okay, hold on. Yeah, go on.
No, I was about to say, the cherry on top of this entire shit cake is just the fact that this happened because you were playing fucking League. No. I am practically coming.
And so our tour manager was going to join us as well. And I'd heard that because the room was booked under her name, she had heard that one of her talents that she was taking care of had fell asleep in the bathtub.
So then the story kept changing. Apparently, I'd fallen asleep in the bathtub and flooded the room. And I was like, what the fuck?
And so she was like panicking, being like, "Oh my god, Connor, you okay? You hurt? Are you like, did anything happen?" And she was like, "Yeah, I was playing."
No. She goes, "Oh my god, what happened to you?" Okay, and I texted her back. I'm like, "Yeah, what's up?"
Like nothing happened.
Yeah, she's like, "I heard you flooded the hotel." You're like, "Oh yeah, that did happen 2 hours ago." Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine.
I'm fine. I was playing League of Legends.
She was like, "I heard you fell asleep in the bathtub," and I texted her. I'm like, "Yeah, so I was actually playing League of Legends, and I lied because I didn't want to seem like I was an absolute fucking idiot."
I am practically coming.
Yeah, and then I didn't really have any other funny, insane stories other than the time that I went to the gym with Aaron and fucking died nearly. That was funny.
Oh, yeah.
That was
and you threw up?
So I don't know what it is. Obviously, I have exercised a fair amount.
Yeah.
But obviously on the tour, I hadn't exercised in like 3 weeks, right? And I have this thing that I don't know when to stop. When my body is telling me to stop, I'm like, yeah, but that's just like baby shit. I'll just keep running.
Yeah.
And then I always regret it because I realize I've ran past a certain point of like no return where my body will now not feel good. And I will actually have like fucked my body up.
Right.
So we started, Aaron was like, let's go to the gym. I really want to go to the gym. And so how this all came about is the night before I was like, yeah, let's go to the gym, Aaron. But we were kind of having like a few drinks and stuff. And I woke up the next day and I didn't really want to go to the gym anymore.
Yeah.
And so I showered. And I came out of this room, and in the corner, Aaron was just sitting there on the couch. He was like, "So you've showered, huh? Not going to the gym anymore?" And I was like, "No, I'm still going. I just want to shower up for the gym." Just wanted to freshen up before sweating. Just wanted to freshen up a little bit, you know. I just sue me, all right? I was like, "Let's go to the gym right now."
I am practically coming.
So this is just like, I am not prepared for this. So we start doing the other one. And about halfway through this like 5-minute incline thing, I can feel my body being at the point where it's like, you got to stop or we are going to have consequences.
Yeah.
But I'm like, no, we'll keep going. So I keep going. For some reason, I can keep going even when my body is begging me not to.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, this used to happen a lot in like races where in school, if we were doing like a big race for like the end of year race thing, I would do the whole race and right at the end, I would just throw up.
Yeah.
Because I would just keep going, right?
I am practically coming.
And so I just sit in the toilet. You know when you sit in the toilet for 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Like Shinji, like...
Yeah.
Just collecting your thoughts. I am practically coming.
Tell Aaron, I'm like, Aaron, yeah, I don't feel so good. I'm going to go to the toilet real quick. And I go, and I'm just like, blah, like fucking Team America on this toilet for a good 3-4 minutes. And I'm trying to rinse my mouth. Obviously, I don't have toothpaste, so my mouth feels gross. But I'm like rinsing my mouth out. I'm like, oh.
I am practically coming.
I thought I made it clear that I did, but I don't think he realized.
You just like breathe in his face, being like,
oh, no. So
I am practically coming.
And so we're doing core. It was just stomach.
Right.
Yeah. And so So we're doing these workouts, and I'm like, ah! And he's like, damn, yeah, get that burn going. I'm like, this is not the burn I wanted, fuck!
So you're supposed to feel it from the inside?
Yeah, man. So I somehow get through this core. I'm like, I am fucked. Because I came back to you guys, and I was like,
Yeah, and then Connor's dead as shit, and then I'm just like,
Aaron, do you want to play Magic?
I am practically coming.
Yeah.
and then afterwards he's like, you threw up? That's awesome.
I am practically coming.
I'm getting to the point where fucking all burgers taste the same now. I'm like, please do not recommend me a burger joint right now. I will literally throw up.
I am practically coming.
Am I having breakfast, lunch, or dessert? I'm so like my body
The
was
answer
just
is yes.
my body was just like, what is why am I having breakfast, lunch, and dessert at the same time? This is not a taste profile I am like I will like at all. I don't know.
Yeah. I am practically coming.